All right, we are live and you are welcome. Today we'll be reviewing a book that I've put together to help you as maybe a newbie in the real estate industry, or maybe you are not even a newbie, you already have made one or two investments and you are struggling to really even understand what you are doing. Really, how am I making profit from this thing I'm doing, right? Am I just really sitting and waiting for no reason? Um, so we'll just go in. My name is Destiny Enoch. I'm a real estate consultant based here in Abuja, and I help real estate investors make informed, profitable decision while transacting real estate. So I'm that connection between you and a cash flow property here in Abuja. So let's just go in. Land, Leverage, and Long Money. That's the book we'll be reviewing today. And it's a playbook, yes. It's the only playbook that can guide you into buying real estate safely, as well as guide you into buying real estate profitably. Because those are two different things. It's one thing to just jump into the real estate market, and it's another thing to come out profitably, right? And profit comes with time, and if you end up going into it wrongly, you will not have enough time to even come out of it profitably. So let's just review the chapter. Some of the chapters I covered, or topics I covered. Chapter 1, the real estate wealth mindset. If you get this book and you read through this book, you would understand the kind of mindset that is required to make good profit in the real estate sector. And the second chapter is the laws of strategic land acquisition. The third, in the top chapter, I reviewed some notable Nigerians and their strategies. You need to get this book because when you even see what these Nigerians did and you just apply their strategy, just copy it and paste it into your own life, you see the results that they've gotten. You understand? So in chapter 4, I spoke about you can start small, right? I gave it to you like an handout, how you can start small and just blow up in a few years, right? The fourth chapter, the blueprint, how to start with small money and buy land in Nigeria. Then number 5, this is the one that is even dear to my heart. Like, it's very dear to my heart because this one is the one that will determine how fast appreciation will happen. It's the one that will teach you how to go about buying a deal and selling out of a deal. And that's offer and negotiation in Nigeria. There are ways to make your offer and negotiate real estate in other parts of the world, but this is focused here in Nigeria, right? And of course, I will not teach you how to go into real estate and come out without teaching you the legalities. Chapter 6, we review the Land Use Act. The Land Use Act, very important. This is where you begin to understand, this is what I get for this land. This is what I get for this land. Okay, when do I get a C of O? When do I get a gazette? This is where you begin to understand all that. And finally, I gave you the Nigerian Investors Toolkit. It has to do with both the how to search out a property, who to search out a property with, just the general guide on how to go about it safely in Nigeria, even if you don't know anything about it, even if you have nothing upstairs. So let's move to the next slide. So in this slide, we'll be treating the mindset difference, consumer versus owners, right? Because there's people with two basic mindsets, according to how I've pointed them out in this book. Two basic mindsets, and one is the consumer mindset, the other is the owner's mindset. And of course, you know who will always win when we bring these two mindsets together. So there are two types of people in this country. One, those who spend their best money on lifestyle, like clothes, cars, and destination birthday parties, right? So there are people that think that everything they get is to spend lavishly, right? Even in the younger generation now, a child of 16 years, 17 years is just thinking how he will get money and baff up, that's the word, right? Baff up. And some other persons just want to spend their money lavishly on the newest cars. And of course, it's you can't be blamed for thinking like that. It's what the media have made us see as success, right? Your musical artist, your movie artist, all of them is what they have positioned to us as success. And of course, the our guys in the automobile industry, they will take advantage of it and make their profit from it. Okay, the second people here are those who pack their money inside the earth and allow it grow slowly. Now these are the wise people, and if you follow this book diligently, this is who you end up being. The wise one, the person who would put his money in land. The truth is, at the end of the day, you are the most profitable, because by the time the cars have worn out, by the time the clothes have worn out, by the time these other things that the first people in the first category care about, by the time it's over, then you will be having long lasting wealth that you can pass down and even use to sustain yourself through your entire lifetime, right? So the people buying bush today are the ones who will be called Oga Landlord in the next 5 years. Truth. But some people will be called Oga Landlord and they've really not built any wealth, right? But if you apply the strategies that I have given you for free in this book, you see that you are not going to be that kind of Oga Landlord from out here. So meanwhile, those who laugh at them will still be renting in the same face me I face you, telling themselves that land is too expensive. And that's one of the biggest lies I hear. Land is too expensive. Land is too expensive. Well, there's no time that it's going to come down, really. There's no time when we'll say a land went from 2 million naira to 200,000 naira, right? In fact, it keeps appreciating. It keeps appreciating. It keeps going up, right? So telling yourself that excuse is what would keep you in a place where you still be renting a house even when you are 47 years old. No offense meant there. Okay, let's go to the next slide. So I just buttressed two mindsets here. The first mindset is the mindset that says I dey look for money, right? And the second mindset is the mindset that says I dey look for land. Of course, we are always looking for something. As human beings that we have something that we are always chasing, and somehow some people will not chase the right things, of course. So when you talk to broke people, what they always say is, I go invest when I hammer. And I'm telling you this from experience. I'm a real estate consultant based here in Abuja, based here in Nigeria. So I'm telling you first-hand information, right? So when you talk to broke people, they will always say, I go invest when I hammer, right? Some will say this land is too far. I know sure say people go reach there. Like say the place where that they live now, 20 years ago, we don't have developed place, right? So people just think that Ibeju-Lekki just came out of the blues. Meanwhile, there were people that have bought Ibeju-Lekki since the 2000s, right? Even the Asokoro you are looking at now. Try and get a picture of the Asokoro in 2000, in 19, and see what Asokoro looked like, right? So those things are just excuse. So other people will say, make I buy car first. After all, person need to move around, right? Some people have this mindset of, in fact, people go as far as taking loans to buy a car. I really don't understand it, because a lot of persons are earning below a million naira, and you end up taking a loan to buy a car of about 8, 7, 12 million naira, and you have to work the next 3, 4, 5 years of your life paying mortgage. Not even mortgage that you used to even buy a land or even acquire something that adds to your asset. It's something you used to get a liability, right? But of course, that's the mindset of the man that will always remain poor, right? But when you talk to the people that will be the rich men, people that would be wealthy, the quiet millionaires, you hear them say things like that road where then they construct, it go reach the next area, right? So that's how they think. Okay, I'm here now, I'm inspecting this place. I can't see much, but I know that somewhere at Karishi, they are doing a road that will link to Asokoro. So that road now, where they do, will it get to this place, right? That's the kind of mindset that the guys that even really know what they are doing, the ones that will be wealthy in the long run and the ones that are wealthy already, that's the kind of mindset we have, right? Another way to mark us out is if I hold this land for 5 years, I will feel I will fit sell am up to 3 times more, right? So that's how we think. This land now, if I hold am, I go fit sell am 3 times more. That's really what matters, right? And some of us, see, we think in a manner that is even more elaborate than some other of us, right? Like, make I just go gather plot around government layouts, you understand? Make I just gather plot for that estate, right? Because at the end of the day, when you gather the plot, na so you go gather the money, comot am from the plot, right? So let's see the next slide. Okay, the real estate wealth triangle, and there are a lot of books that talk about this real estate wealth triangle, a lot of books, right? And the triangle is built basically on appreciation, rental income, and first value or first appreciation, right? Should I talk about it? No. When you pay for the book, you would be able to have full access to it, right? So, but I just want you to understand that there are 3 things that matter while investing in real estate, and it's called the wealth triangle, right? There are 3 silent engines: appreciation, rental income, and first appreciation. uh I really want to tell you the difference between appreciation and first appreciation, but I will just leave it for you. Just um I think I'll put a link under this video, so whenever you are ready, you can just purchase this ebook, so you will know more about the uh real estate wealth triangle, right? So every major city in Nigeria, from Enugu to Lagos, Ibadan to Kaduna, Port Harcourt to Abuja, is expanding fast. And I, I was in Abuja recently, and I could see how fast things were moving, right? Things are moving fast. Even last year, I think I was at Lagos, and I could see how fast paced things were moving in terms of development. Nobody they wait for government again. No. Government they do the one way they fit do, but then I can see developers putting their hands to the work. Of course, there are some developers that don't even really know what they are doing. They are just providing low quality. We can't true that, but because we have those developers that are doing the wrong thing, will not cause that, will not commend those that are doing the right things, right? So, but then even in this fast development, there are places where you can still get affordable land, right? Affordable properties, places like Lokogoma, Karu, Ibejuleki, and the likes of them, a lot of them. I listed them in that book. When you pay for the book, you'll be able to get first-hand information on places where you can get cheap land, right? Where you can get affordable land. And if you know you are ready to buy now, you can check up. Okay, I'll put my number somewhere in this video if you know you are ready to buy now. Let's go to the next slide. So the 7 laws of strategic land acquisition. I only reviewed 3 laws because these laws are the main, like they are the main cocoa here. They are the main thing here. So I'm not going to just give you everything. And even the 3 laws I will review, it will be very shallow. When you make your purchase of the book, you will get everything. I put everything in that book. So when you make your purchase, you get everything. This is just a free webinar to just review this particular book, right? So you see what you can get when you purchase this book, and you see what you are missing out when you ignore this book, right? So the first law number 1, always buy based on the future, not the present. If the land is already beautiful, bustling, or even tarred, you're already late into the market, right? That land, that place, many of you, when you go for inspection and you can see that there's a lot of building, there's tarred road, that's when you are happy to want to invest, and you are asking yourself that why I never make 10x 3 years later, why I never make 20x 4 years later. I don't buy this land for 15 years, why I never make 50x. And you go buy am late, right? So when you start seeing all those, you're already late. You're already late to the market. Okay, I reviewed the third law. When you get the book, you see law number 2. So the third law, or law number 3, always use a land portfolio strategy, right? Don't buy land like handbag. You just buy land anyhow, because you are getting it from your mom, from your sibling. You just think that, okay, I can just make the transfer because you have the money stacked somewhere, right? You just make transfer and collect receipt for land, like say you dey buy handbag, right? So that's one mistake many of you make, right? And there are ways to avoid it. Honestly, there are ways to avoid it, right? So don't buy land like handbag. While buying, you should be seeing your chessboard, in fact, right? Buy land as though you are playing chess, right? Know what to do right and what would be wrong to do, right? So know when, okay, if I buy now, when am I going in? When am I going out? You need to consider things like that, right? And I taught you exclusively how to consider all this. It's there in the book. When you purchase the book, you see it. Everything you need, everything. See, as far as Nigeria is concerned, everything you need to be profitable in real estate here in Nigeria, everything is there. Even the one to avoid land scam. I put everything in that ebook. And in fact, there's an offer I'm making for the first 200 persons that would even make a purchase of this ebook. Me myself, I will guide you personally to make your first few investments. I will even provide you deals. Like I will provide you good real estate deals. That type they come out from our circle. Yes, that type they come out from our circle. I'll provide it to you, right? Just to see that you get results from the book. But it's just for the first 200 persons. So if you are still watching this video, check if you are watching the replay. There should be a link under here somewhere. Just click the link and just make your purchase now, so you no go there amongst the people wey go say I dine on. Because if the 200 people are already in the group, there's nothing I can do. Once the community is 200, I'm not taking anybody again. Nobody, right? So law 4, or the fourth law, says never ignore the power of documentation. Yes, this is what many of you do wrongly, ignoring documentation, right? I will add this one, ignoring site inspection. You people do, I even marvel at how you people do it. Now stack that money somewhere. That's why you people can do things like that. That money is just stuck somewhere. Maybe you inherited it from your grandfather. That's why you are spending it like that, right? So in this book, I have taught how to go about verifying documentation, right? We call it due diligence. How to go about carrying out your due diligence, what you should be giving when you make a payment. I have taught everything extensively in this ebook. So I'll just move to the next slide. Okay, the next slide, I have chapter 3 and chapter 4 on this slide. Some notable Nigerians and their strategies. You get why I put them like this, so because I'm not going to even talk about it. Just get the ebook, because if I'm talking about all these ones now, I'm already giving you too much laushi. So I'm not going to even talk about all this. When you get the ebook, you'll see it. Chapter 4 says you can start small. I gave a blueprint for starting small, right? How to start with small money and buy land in Nigeria. Like you that is earning 150k, right? You when a small 200k they drop from your account monthly, get how you go take use buy land there. even yourself go thank you tomorrow. I dey tell you. But when you get the ebook, you would see everything is just there. Oh God. Be like say I put too much knowledge for this ebook. Uh, are you sure? I think I would consider selling this book. It's too packed. It's too packed. Eh? Because if I give you all the knowledge now, you go know everything what I know. You no go need me as a consultant again. But I will leave it. I will leave it. Right? Chapter 5, offer and negotiation. See, this is the heartbeat of real estate. And this one, I think they sweet me pass. Like, this is the part where I like pass in real estate. How to make an offer. How to negotiate the offer. Right? Okay. I know we'll talk about them. Okay. Let me read what I have on the slide. Truth is, verbal agreements don't protect you. Back transfers don't protect you. Even handshake, you shake the CEO, say Babanla, thank you for this deal. Say you shake the CEO, that is not dey protect you. Does not protect you. What really protects you is your legal document, and the first legal document is even a very important one in your negotiation, right? If you get negotiation well, you need that first legal document. Did I mention it? Okay. I didn't put it on the slide. I didn't put it on the slide. So when you get the ebook, you will know what that legal document is, right? So, okay, let's talk about the act of negotiation in Nigerian real estate. Look that spelling again. I said act, A-R-T, not A-C-T. You know art now, like it's a sculpture. Negotiating is a sculpture. You sculpt it like there's just a manner to do it, right? In real estate, sometimes the price they tell you is never the real price. It's just the starting price, right? Some of us call it offer price, right? That's the price we are offering at. That's the listing price, right? But it can always be negotiated, right? Or no go negotiate am like pepper, make developer not pursue you from office. No negotiate am like pepper. There is a how to do the negotiation, and it's in that ebook. I've put it in this ebook, right? So when you are just ready, just get this ebook. Once you get this ebook, your prosperity, that one wey you don dey pray for church, na that ebook e dey. E dey this ebook, right? So once you get this ebook sef, you go see say you go reduce the way you take the kabash, right? So before you even get an offer letter, you must learn to negotiate your financial. Okay, before you get an offer letter, you must learn to negotiate. Your financial future depends on it, right? And I put a quote from Robert Kiyosaki. Now, it's a popular book, you know it. You probably have read it and never even paid attention to the quotes. The rich dad, poor dad. Yeah, you must have heard of it even if you have not read it. So the quote says, you don't make money when you sell. You make money when you buy and negotiate well. The way you negotiate into the deal, the way you negotiate out of the deal is very important, right? And I put it in the everything you need to be profitable in real estate is in that ebook. Everything you need. I know say other consultants go dey vex for me say I give this kind of knowledge at such price, but however, everything you need is in that ebook, right? So what to negotiate? You need to negotiate the total price breakdown, instrumental flexibility, bulk purchase discount, and you need to negotiate and even discover wetin we fit waive comot for this thing, right? So some of una no even know the kind of price breakdown wey suppose dey documentation when you dey buy real estate. Some people don't even know that there are other things you need to pay for. Some people in their mind, some of you in your mind, once I drop pay for this land, that's all. Meanwhile, it doesn't really work that way, right? Everything is in that book, right? So chapter 6, the Land Use Act. Okay, I know I'll just read wetin dey slide, because if I begin talk this one, we'll be here for the next 45 minutes and I don't share a lot of knowledge. When you pay for the book, you get the knowledge, right? So I spoke about inheriting land in Nigeria. This one, for you people in the East, this one, now they use kill on yourself. You people don't even know anything about how land is inherited in Nigeria. You just think that by having a will, that's all. Well, that's not all, sha. When you get the ebook, you will know the rest of the things that you need to go through to be able to sell your papa land, right? To be able to market it profitably. And if you are a realtor in the East and you don't know this thing, carry your pride, come down. When you pay for this ebook, you will know these things and it will save you a lot of court appearances. Some of them like to appear for court. Simple knowledge, just knowledge will save you. But you say no, you must appear for court first, right? So I showed you legal ways to inherit land in Nigeria, whether the land is urban, rural, anyhow, and of course, what happens if you don't legalize inherited land? If you don't legalize inherited land, one, you know, fit sell am, except you will sell it to someone that does not know anything. You have no right to sell it, and even if you sell it, it's void. It's void. The person fit sue you, go court, you go refund am. It's void. Try and learn what you need to do if it's inherited land. Okay, my final slide. Yeah, this is where I'll be stopping. Okay, I reviewed to chapter 8. I try for now. I try so the final slide is the Nigerian Investors Toolkit, right? These are your allies that help you make money. These are tools, these are people that you need, these are platforms that you need to get good deals, ensure the deals are good enough, secure the deal, close anything you need to do. These are the people you need, right? And I gave you the list of them fully in the ebook. And for the 200 persons that will make purchase on this ebook first, I will even give you access to physical people that you need. Physical people, so you no go stress yourself. And you know, say if I say na me give you access, that means all this extra payment, all those plenty payment, it go dey slashed for you. If I thought you won't use these people or this tool, it go dey slashed for you, you know, guys. So I'll just secure the ebook, okay? You see, just buy your own today now. Buy your own now. Buy your own now. The link is somewhere in this video. Buy your own now, right? And like I said, I'll be guiding the first 200 persons myself. And it's only 200 persons I'm guiding. Only 200 See, if you appear as the 201st person, you go hear one thing, because I will not consider you are still watching the video. You have not. Okay. See you next time.